I want to file for divorce. Ethan slid a divorce agreement across the desk, his tone as calm as if he were reporting on work progress. Olivia, seated behind the desk, looked up, a flash of surprise in her eyes. What did you say? Divorce, Ethan repeated. I've thought it through. Olivia put down the pen in her hand and carefully scrutinized the husband who had been with her for 3 years. Ethan was the technical director of her company, her husband, and the father of her 7-year-old son, Noah. Is it because of what happened yesterday? Olivia's voice trembled slightly. If it's because of Lucas's project, I can explain. Ethan sneered. What happened yesterday? He'd heard that same explanation in his past life. What did it lead to in the end? Her giving up 30% of the company for Lucas, Noah's education fund being misappropriated, and the two of them ultimately walking away with nothing. Explain. Ethan looked at the woman who had once haunted his dreams. Olivia, what else is there to explain? Explain why one phone call from Lucas meant you could front the household expenses this month to cover his shipment. Explain why you said you didn't have money for our son's Western Arts classes, but could buy Lucas a $100,000 watch. Olivia's face went pale. That's because he's having trouble with cash flow right now. Once his project succeeds. Enough. Ethan slammed his hand on the table and rose abruptly. Olivia, wake up. Lucas is your ex-boyfriend, not our creditor. The office fell into a deathly silence. Olivia stared at Ethan in a daze. She had never seen him so angry. For 3 years, Ethan had always been gentle and tolerant of all her decisions, even when those decisions always favored Lucas. Ethan, listen to me. Lucas really ran into trouble. If it weren't for me back then, he wouldn't have. Wouldn't what? Wouldn't fail at starting a business? Wouldn't end up mired in debt. Ethan's voice grew colder. Olivia, did you marry me? Or did you marry guilt? Those words were like a knife, cutting deep into Olivia's heart. Yes, she did feel guilty toward Lucas. Back then, Lucas gave up the opportunity to study abroad for her and chose to stay and start business. But at the crucial moment, she chose the safer option, Ethan, choosing a stable marriage. So for the past 3 years, whenever Lucas ran into trouble and asked her for help, she always obliged without hesitation. She felt she owed him, but she never expected that this guilt would lead her husband to ask for a divorce. Ethan, I know I've wronged you these 3 years, but Lucas really... Don't mention him again. Ethan cut her off, pulled the property deed and car keys from his pocket. I don't want the house or the car. Noah's custody will be mine. Olivia jumped up sharply. No, Noah is my son. Is he? Ethan sneered. Then tell me, what day was Noah's birthday last month? What's his favorite color? What's his dream? Olivia opened her mouth, but couldn't say a word. On the day of Noah's birthday last month, she was with Lucas discussing an important client. She really didn't know much about Noah's preferences, because the child always preferred to share those things with Ethan. Seeing Olivia unable to find words, Ethan felt as if his heart were being cut. It had been like this in his last life, too. She had given all her attention to Lucas, treating them as a burden. I'll give you a week to think it over. Ethan turned and started to leave. A week from now, I'll formally file for divorce. At the door, Ethan looked back. By the way, the project Lucas wanted you to invest in, better check it carefully. Some people aren't worth everything you give. Having said that, Ethan walked away without looking back, leaving Olivia standing alone in the office as tears fell uncontrollably. Meanwhile, in the technical department's office area, colleagues were gathered around a computer, arguing heatedly about something. Look at this news. Programmer James Wilson pointed at the screen. Lucas's company has been exposed for financial fraud. Their funding has been cut off, and investors are now demanding repayment. What? Another colleague leaned over to look. Isn't that Miss Olivia's ex-boyfriend? I heard Miss Olivia has been helping him these past few months. Don't say that. Mr. Ethan is here. Ethan walked over and glanced at the news on the screen. Sure enough, just like in his previous life, Lucas's scheme was beginning to be exposed. Only this time, he would no longer let Olivia and their son go down with Lucas. Everyone continue working. Ethan said calmly, then walked toward his office. He had more important things to do. For his son's future, for his new life. This time, he would never soften his heart again. At 7 in the evening, Ethan got off work on time and returned home. It was a 120 square meter 3-bedroom apartment they had bought as a marital home when he and Olivia got married. Noah, 7-year-old Noah, ran out of his room and threw himself into Ethan's arms. "Why did you come back so early today?" Ethan picked up his son and kissed his little cheek. "Daddy wanted to spend some extra time with Noah." "Where's Mom?" "Mom hasn't come back yet." Noah sounded a bit disappointed. "She said she has a meeting and told me to heat my milk myself." Ethan felt a chill in his heart. It was the same as last life. Olivia always used work as an excuse, when in fact she was dealing with Lucas's various urgent matters. "Then let's cook for ourselves, okay?" Ethan put his son down and ruffled his hair. "Okay." Noah clapped happily. "I want to eat Dad's American-style tomato and egg noodles." The father and son bustled about in the kitchen, Noah handing over plates and chopsticks, a happy smile lighting his little face. Ethan hadn't cherished moments like this in a long time. In his past life, he always tried to understand Olivia, to accept her choices, and ended up neglecting the companionship his son needed. "Dad, what's wrong with you today?" Noah asked, tilting up his little face. "You seem a bit different." "Different how?" "Softer," Noah said earnestly. "You used to always look so preoccupied." Ethan felt a stir in his heart. Even the 7-year-old could sense his change, which showed how repressed he had been in his past life. "Noah, if Mom and Dad live apart, who would you want to live with?" Ethan asked tentatively. Noah froze, then clutched Ethan's leg tightly. "Dad, are you and Mom getting a divorce?" Seeing his son's terrified expression, Ethan felt heartbroken. He crouched down to meet his son's eyes. "Noah, if that day ever comes, don't be afraid, okay? Daddy will always protect you." "I want to live with Daddy," Noah said without hesitation. "Mom is never home. Only Daddy helps me with my homework and tells me stories." Ethan held his son tightly, tears welling in his eyes. This child was so sensible, so thoughtful it made one ache. At that moment, the sound of a door opening came from outside. "I'm home." Olivia's voice sounded a bit tired. Noah immediately wrenched himself free from Ethan's arms and ran to the door. "Mom, you're finally back." Olivia changed into her shoes, hugged her son, but her mind was clearly elsewhere. "Noah, be good. Mommy is very tired today. Will you go to your room and play for a while?" "But I want to eat with Mommy," Noah said, a little disappointed. "Mommy has no appetite. You and Daddy can eat together," Olivia said, then started to walk toward the bedroom. "Wait," Ethan called after her. "We need to talk." Olivia glanced at Noah and nodded. "Noah, go to your room and do your homework first." Mom and Dad said we'll talk in a bit. After Noah went into his room, Olivia looked at Ethan. "I've thought about what you said during the day. I know these 3 years have been unfair to you, but I really had no other choice. Lucas is facing huge difficulties right now." "Olivia," Ethan cut her off and pulled up a news article on his phone. "Look at this." Olivia took the phone, and her face instantly went ashen. The headline read, "Well-known startup falsifies finances, suspected of defrauding tens of millions of dollars in investor funds." The accompanying photo was exactly of Lucas. This can't be," Olivia muttered. "Lucas wouldn't do this." "Olivia, wake up." Ethan raised his voice. "How much have you invested in him over the past 3 years? $1 million? $2 million? That money was supposed to be Noah's education fund, our family's living security." Olivia's hands trembled as she continued reading the news. The report detailed various illegal activities of Lucas's company, including fabricating projects, falsifying financial statements, embezzling investment funds, and so on. The police have already filed a case, and the people involved are cooperating with the investigation. Olivia read this and almost dropped her phone. "Do you understand now?" Ethan looked at her coldly. "The ex-boyfriend you keep thinking about, the person you insist on helping, is actually a con man. He didn't just deceive other investors. He deceived you too." Olivia collapsed onto the sofa, her face as pale as paper. Impossible. Lucas wouldn't lie to me. We've been together 3 years. He's not that kind of person. 3 years. Ethan sneered. Olivia, when exactly were you with him for 3 years? Have you forgotten you're my wife now? These words struck Olivia like a thunderbolt, bringing her completely to her senses. Yes, she was now Ethan's wife and Noah's mother. But over the past 3 years, her thoughts have been entirely on Lucas, treating her husband and son as burdens. Ethan, Olivia wanted to explain, but found she had nothing to say. Olivia, I'll give you a choice. Ethan stood up, looking down at her from above. Either you turn yourself in now and actively cooperate with the police investigation to try for leniency, or wait for the police to come to the door and drag the whole family down with you. Turn myself in? Olivia couldn't believe it. I didn't break the law. Are you sure? Ethan took out his phone and flipped through some chat records. These are the transfer records between you and Lucas, totaling over $3 million. Some of this money came from company accounts, some from our shared assets. Now Lucas is suspected of fraud. As the fund provider, you could very well be deemed an accomplice. Olivia was completely stunned. She had only wanted to help Lucas. She never considered whether the source of the money was legal, nor did she think she might be breaking the law. What should I do? Olivia's voice trembled with sobs. Ethan looked at the woman before him, once a powerful figure in the business world, his heart full of mixed emotions. In his past life, she had been the same, losing her reason for Lucas and ultimately ruining the whole family. Now you're afraid? Ethan said coolly. When I warned you back then, what did you say? You said I was narrow-minded, that I was jealous of Lucas's talent. And now, Olivia wept like rain. Ethan, please save me. I really didn't know it would turn out like this. Watching her crying, a wave of sorrow rose in Ethan's heart. This was the woman he had once loved deeply, and for the sake of a con man, she had come to this. I can help you, Ethan said, but there are conditions. Olivia immediately looked up. What are the terms? Divorce. Ethan said each word slowly. Noah's custody will be mine. You can keep the company's shares, but after this we will have no further relationship. Hearing this condition, Olivia completely fell apart. Noah, why is mommy crying? Noah came out of his room and, seeing Olivia in the living room crying her eyes out, hid behind Ethan a little fearfully. Ethan stroked his son's head. Be good, Noah. Mom just ran into some trouble at work. You go back to your room first. When Dad and Mom are done talking, we'll come, keep you company. Oh, although Noah didn't really understand the adult world, he sensed the tense atmosphere at home. He obediently returned to his room, but didn't close the door. Instead, he secretly pressed himself to the crack and listened. Ethan, I know I was wrong. Olivia sobbed. I can cut ties with Lucas. I can get the money back, but please don't leave me. Noah can't be without his mother. Get it back. Ethan sneered. Olivia, don't you understand yet? That money was squandered by Lucas long ago. If he can run, he will. There's no way he'll return it to you. Ethan, we'll call the police. Call the police? Ethan shook his head. Do you think the police will believe you were scammed and not an accomplice? Over the past 3 years, your financial transactions with Lucas have been so frequent, and many transfers had no legitimate reason. In the eyes of the law, you too are co-conspirators. Olivia was utterly desperate. She covered her face and sobbed, her body trembling uncontrollably. Just then, Ethan's phone rang. It was an unknown number. Hello, is this Mr. Ethan? I'm Officer William Carter from Jing City Criminal Police. We'd like to ask you some questions regarding Lucas's suspected fraud case. Would you be able to come to the station to cooperate with the investigation? Ethan glanced at Olivia, inwardly sighing. This came even faster than in my past life. All right, I'll come by tomorrow morning, Ethan said. After hanging up, Olivia looked at him in horror. Is it the police? Yes. Ethan nodded. They've already started investigating. Olivia, you still have time to think. Turning yourself in proactively can win leniency. If you wait passively, you know what the consequences will be. Olivia slumped onto the sofa, her whole body seeming drained of strength. I need time to think. Time. Ethan glanced at his watch. It's 8 o'clock now. I'll give you until 8 tomorrow morning. 12 hours. Enough time for you to think it through. Saying that, Ethan turned and walked toward Noah's room. Noah, finished with your homework? Noah was bent over his desk doing math problems. Hearing his father's voice, he immediately looked up. Just the last 2 problems. Dad, is Mom sick? Mom has too much work pressure and is a bit tired. Ethan sat beside his son. Noah, if Mom has to travel far for work and might be gone for a long time, would you be afraid? Noah put down his pen and thought carefully. If Dad is with me, I won't be scared. But if Mom goes out alone, I'll worry about her. That answer warmed Ethan's heart. A 7-year-old's thoughts could be so pure and kind. Then shall we write Mom a letter together? Tell her to take care of herself, eat on time, and rest on schedule. All right. Noah immediately perked up, took out a sheet of white paper, and began to write seriously. While the father and son were writing letters in the room, Olivia in the living room received a phone call. Olivia, did you see the news? Lucas had an accident. On the other end of the line was her close friend Emma Davis. I know. Olivia's voice was hoarse. My God, you even invested so much money with him. What are you going to do now? You're not going to be harmed, are you? I don't know. Emma, what am I supposed to do now? Olivia finally found someone she could confide in. Don't panic yet. Did you discuss this with Ethan? He wants a divorce. Olivia began to cry again. What? Divorce? Emma exclaimed. Why? Just because of this. It's not just this. Over the past 3 years, I really have neglected him and Noah. Olivia cried as she recounted the whole story. After listening, Emma was silent for a long time before saying, Olivia, to be honest, I haven't interacted much with Ethan, but I can tell he truly loves you. Any man would not tolerate the things you've done for Lucas over these 3 years. But I feel guilty toward Lucas. Guilt. Emma cut her off. Olivia, wake up. You chose Ethan over Lucas back then because you thought Ethan was more suitable as a husband. Now that something has happened to Lucas, you feel guilty? What about the guilt you owe Ethan and Noah? Those words were like a splash of cold water, waking Olivia completely. Yes, for the past 3 years she had been busy with Lucas's situation, but she had never considered Ethan's and Noah's feelings. The ones she owed were not Lucas, but her husband and son. Emma, what should I do? If you still want to salvage this family, listen to Ethan and cooperate with the police. This is your only chance. After hanging up, Olivia looked at the warm light spilling from Noah's room and felt a surge of regret. She remembered when they first married. Ethan would come home from work every day, hug her first, then share amusing stories from his day. She remembered when Noah was born, Ethan getting up in the middle of the night to change the baby's diaper, so tired his eyes could barely stay open, yet still soothing the child to sleep. How happy they had been then. But she destroyed it all with her own hands. All for someone who was not worth it at all. At 11 that night, Ethan had put Noah to bed and, upon leaving the room, found Olivia still sitting in the living room. Have you made up your mind? Ethan asked. Olivia looked up, eyes red and swollen. Ethan, if I cooperate with the police investigation and plead for leniency, could you give me another chance? Ethan shook his head. Olivia, we can't go back. Why? Olivia asked urgently. I know I was wrong. I can change, because trust has been broken. Ethan said calmly. Olivia, do you know how I've lived these past 3 years? Every night you said you had to work late, I would worry about your safety. Every time you transferred money to Lucas, I wanted to try to stop you, but I was afraid you'd call me stingy. I kept compromising, kept being patient, until I realized those sacrifices were meaningless. Olivia wept like rain. Ethan, I really know I was wrong. You know you were wrong, but you'll do it again. Ethan said, Olivia, what you've always loved wasn't me, but the ideal image in your heart. When reality conflicted with that ideal, you chose to run away, to soothe yourself with guilt. I can't accept this kind of love. After saying that, Ethan turned and went back into the bedroom, leaving Olivia alone in the living room, crying. That night, no one was destined to sleep. The next morning, when Ethan woke up, he found Olivia was already gone. There was a note on the table. Ethan, I turned myself in. I'm leaving Noah in your care. I'm sorry. Olivia. Ethan looked at the note, feeling conflicted. He knew this was for the best, but still felt a pang of reluctance. Dad, where's Mom? Noah ran out of his room, looking around. Mom is on a business trip. She won't be back for a while. Ethan crouched and hugged his son. Noah won't be scared, right? Not scared. Noah nodded bravely. Dad's breakfasts are the best. Ethan felt a warmth in his chest and kissed his son's forehead. Then let's hurry and have breakfast. Dad will take you to school. On the way to Sunshine Kindergarten in Jing City, Noah suddenly asked, Dad, when will Mom be back? That depends on Mom's work schedule. Ethan didn't know how to explain this to the 7-year-old. Then will Mom miss us? Of course she will. Ethan said firmly. Mom loves Noah the most. After dropping the child off at school, Ethan went to the company. The tech department colleagues were all talking about Lucas. When they saw Ethan come in, everyone awkwardly stopped the conversation. Mr. Ethan, I heard the police arrested Lucas last night. James couldn't help asking. Yes, I saw it on the news too. Ethan said calmly. Everyone focus on your work and worry less about other matters. Having said that, Ethan walked into his office and began dealing with the backlog. At 10 in the morning, the HR manager knocked and came in. Mr. Ethan, Miss Olivia asked me to inform you that she's taking the day off today. Please handle any important matters yourself. Ethan nodded. I understand. After the HR manager left, Ethan's assistant Sophia Taylor came in carrying a coffee. Mr. Ethan, your coffee. Sophia joined the company last year as a programmer. She is very skilled and down-to-earth. Ethan had a good impression of her. Thank you. Ethan took the coffee. Sophia, did you finish organizing yesterday's project report? I've already organized it and sent it to your email, Sophia said. Also, regarding the new system testing, I think there are a few areas that could be optimized. Ethan listened to Sophia's report attentively, secretly admiring the girl's professional ability. In his previous life, he had been busy with family matters and hadn't devoted enough to work, and many talented subordinates had been overlooked. Your suggestions are good. Implement them according to your plan, Ethan said. A flash of surprise crossed Sophia's eyes. Really? Thank you, Mr. Ethan. Seeing her so happy, Ethan's mood lightened considerably. Maybe starting over wasn't such a bad thing. At 2 in the afternoon, Ethan received a call from the police asking him to come in to assist with an investigation. At the station, Ethan answered all of the officers' questions in detail. He truthfully explained Olivia's unusual behavior over the past 3 years and the family's financial situation. Mr. Ethan, according to our investigation, your wife did transfer a large sum of money to Lucas. Do you know the source of those funds? Officer William asked. Some of it is our joint property, and some of it was embezzled from the company's accounts. Ethan answered truthfully. I had warned her many times, but she insisted that Lucas was trustworthy. Were you aware of your wife's actions? Partially aware, Ethan said. I knew she was funding Lucas, but I didn't know the amount was this large, nor that she had used company funds. Officer William nodded and jotted a few notes. Mr. Ethan, your wife turned herself in voluntarily today and has been cooperative. That will help her case. Thank you, Ethan said. Although she made a mistake, she's not a bad person at heart. She was just used by others. After leaving the police station, Ethan sat in the car for a long time. He thought of the note Olivia had left this morning, his feelings a mixture of bitterness and warmth. In his previous life, Olivia had been taken away by the police and never admitted any wrongdoing. This time she turned herself in voluntarily, which showed she truly recognized her mistake. But that didn't change anything. Some things, once they happen, can never go back. At 4 in the afternoon, Ethan went to Sunshine Kindergarten in Jing City to pick up Noah. Daddy! Noah ran over and grabbed his leg as soon as he saw Ethan. Teacher praised me today. Noah, that's great. What did she praise you for? Teacher said my drawing is very pretty. Noah pulled a drawing out of his backpack. Dad, look. Ethan took the paper and saw 3 people drawn, a tall man, a long-haired woman, and a small child. The three held hands, all wearing smiles. "This is our family," Noah said proudly. The teacher said, "It looks real." Looking at the drawing, a pang of bitterness welled up in Ethan's chest. In a child's mind, a family was so warm and beautiful, but reality, Noah drew so well. Ethan held back tears. "Can we put up at home?" "Sure, put it in my room." Back home, Ethan helped Noah hang the picture on the bedroom wall, then started preparing dinner. Just then, the doorbell rang. Ethan opened the door and found Olivia's close friend Emma. "Ethan, how is Olivia?" Emma asked, her face full of worry. She turned herself in. Ethan invited Emma to sit down. "She should receive a lenient sentence." "That's good." "Ethan, I know you've been wrong by this, but Olivia really knows she was wrong. Can't you two give each other another chance?" Ethan shook his head. "Emma, some things can't be forgiven just because you say you forgive them." Over the past 3 years, Olivia put all her attention on Lucas and never truly cared about how Noah and I felt. A marriage like that, if it continues, is bad for everyone. Emma sighed. "I understand your thinking, but what about Noah? A child can't be without a mother." "Noah will have a mother," Ethan said calmly. "Just not Olivia." Hearing that, Emma looked at him in shock. "Already have someone else?" "Not yet, but I will," Ethan said. "Emma, life is long. There's no need to hang yourself on a single tree. Olivia chose her path, and I must choose mine." Emma looked at Ethan's resolute expression and knew there was no use saying anything more. Then, "Can I come see Noah often? After all, I'm his godmother." "Of course." Ethan nodded. Noah needs more people's love. After Emma left, Ethan finished dinner with Noah, and then they watched cartoons together. "Daddy, when will Mom call us?" Noah asked, nestled in Ethan's arms. "Very soon." Ethan gently stroked his son's hair. "Noah, if a new nanny comes to our home later, would you be unhappy?" Noah looked up and thought seriously for a moment. "Is the new nanny kind?" "She'll be very kind. Then I won't be unhappy." Noah said with a smile, "As long as Dad is happy, Noah is happy." Hearing his son say that, Ethan felt a warmth in his chest. This child really was so sensible. Perhaps a new life could truly begin. A week later, Olivia's case made progress. Because she voluntarily surrendered, cooperated, and was indeed deceived by Lucas, the prosecutor's office decided to show leniency. She was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment, suspended for 3 years. That means she won't go to prison, but a criminal record will remain, and she can't leave Jing City during her probation. Ethan received the news while in a company meeting. After the meeting, he saw several missed calls on his phone, all from Olivia. He hesitated for a moment, then called back. "Ethan!" Olivia exclaimed excitedly as soon as he picked up the phone. "I don't have to go to prison. The judge said I was deceived and that I cooperated actively. So, I understand," Ethan said calmly. "This is a good thing. Ethan, can we meet? I have so much I want to say to you." Olivia's voice was full of hope. "There's no need." Ethan refused briskly. "Olivia, we have nothing left to say. But what about Noah? I want to see Noah." Ethan was silent for a few seconds. "Noah is fine now. You don't need to worry." "Ethan, please." Olivia's voice began to choke. "I know I've done a lot wrong these past 3 years, but I really miss Noah. I really miss this home." "Then why didn't you cherish it back then?" Ethan retorted. "Olivia, some things, once lost, are gone. They won't come back because of your regret." After saying that, Ethan hung up the phone. He knew his actions were heartless, but he couldn't give Olivia any more hope. In his last life, he had been too soft, forgiving her time and again, and it had ultimately ruined the whole family. This time, he would never make the same mistake. That afternoon, when Ethan went to Sunshine Kindergarten in Jing City to pick up Noah, he found Sophia also waiting at the gate. "Sophia, what are you doing here?" Ethan asked, somewhat surprised. "I'm here to pick up my niece." Sophia pointed to a little girl not far away. "My sister had something come up today, so I'm picking her up." "I see." Ethan nodded, and just then Noah ran out. "Dad, Noah threw himself into Ethan's arms, then seeing Sophia nearby, politely greeted her. "Hello, Aunt Sophia." No. Sophia crouched down. "Did you have fun at kindergarten today?" "Happy. I learned a new nursery rhyme today," Noah said excitedly, then saw the little girl beside Sophia. "Is this Aunt Sophia's little friend?" "This is my niece. Her name is Lily Taylor," Sophia introduced. "Lily, this is Brother Noah." Lily shyly hid behind Sophia. Noah reached out his hand first. "Sister Lily, shall we be friends?" Lily glanced at Sophia, then nodded and reached out her small hand to shake Noah's. "Noah is so sensible," Sophia praised, then said to Ethan, "Mr. Ethan, you've raised Noah so well." "Children are naturally kind," Ethan said modestly. "By the way, which direction do you live in?" "I'm driving and can give you a ride since it's on my way." No, we'll just take the subway." Sophia hurriedly waved her hand. "It's fine, it's on my way anyway," Ethan insisted. On the car, Noah and Lily quickly became familiar with each other. The two kids chattered away about amusing things from kindergarten. "Aunt Sophia, do you have any little ones?" Noah suddenly asked. Sophia was momentarily stunned. "No, I don't." "Then why aren't you married?" Noah asked innocently. "The teacher says grown-ups all get married and have little ones." "No," Ethan said awkwardly. "You can't ask adult questions like that." "It's okay," Sophia said with a smile, "because Ani hasn't met anyone she likes yet." "What kind of person would you like?" Noah continued. Sophia glanced at Ethan, who was driving, her cheeks slightly flushed. "Someone gentle and kind, responsible, and who will love children." Ethan saw Sophia's expression in the rearview mirror and felt a slight stir in his heart. He realized this girl might have some feelings for him. "Like my dad," Noah continued to press. Sophia was now completely flushed. Noah really knows how to talk. Ethan quickly changed the subject. "We're almost there. Is it that residential complex up ahead?" "Yes, thank you, Mr. Ethan." Sophia picked up Lily, ready to get out of the car. "Noah, Lily, see you tomorrow." "Aunt Noah, see you tomorrow." Noah waved happily. Watching Sophia walk into the residential compound with Lily, Ethan was pensive. "Dad, I like Aunt Sophia," Noah suddenly said. "Why?" "Because she's very gentle, and she treats Lily so well." Noah said seriously, "If Aunt Sophia becomes my mom, I'd be very happy." Hearing his son say that, Ethan felt a stir in his heart. Maybe he really should consider starting over. That evening, after Ethan watched cartoons with Noah and coaxed him to sleep, he sat alone on the balcony thinking about the future. Olivia's matter was basically settled. Although she wouldn't go to prison, their marriage was beyond saving. What he needed to consider now was how to give Noah a complete family. Sophia is a good girl, capable at work and kind-hearted. And from today's situation, she seems to like me, and she's very patient with the child. Maybe he could try to get to know her a bit. As he was thinking that, his phone rang. It was a message from Olivia. "Ethan, I know you don't want to see me, but I really miss Noah. Could you let me see him from a distance? Just once, that's all. I won't bother you." Ethan looked at the message with mixed feelings. As a mother, it was natural for Olivia to miss her child. But he couldn't let Noah see Olivia in her current state. That would cause psychological harm to the child. After thinking for a moment, Ethan replied with a text. "Noah is fine. You don't need to worry. Take good care of yourself and start a new life." After sending the message, Ethan blocked Olivia's number. Not out of hatred, but because he needed to cut off all contact completely in order to truly begin a new life. The next day at work, Ethan took the initiative to find Sophia. "Sophia, thanks for staying with us yesterday." Noah was very happy. "I was happy too," Sophia said with a smile. "Noah is a very cute child. Well, could I actually come to your place for a meal some other day?" Ethan asked tentatively. "Of course." Sophia nodded at once. "How about this weekend?" "Okay." Ethan nodded, then hesitated. "Sophia, I'd like to ask you a question. I hope you'll answer honestly. What's the problem? What do you think of me?" Ethan asked directly. Sophia's cheeks flushed instantly. She lowered her head and said softly, "I think you're a very good person, very responsible, and you treat Noah very well. My point is, if I pursue you, would you accept? Ethan was more direct. Sophia's face flushed even more, but she still looked up at Ethan. I'm willing to give it a try. Hearing that answer, a surge of joy rose in Ethan's heart. Then let's get to know each other slowly. Okay. Sophia nodded, happiness shining in her eyes. Perhaps a new life was truly about to begin. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, Olivia sat in her rented room, looking at Noah's photo on her phone, tears streaming down her face. She had learned through friends that Ethan had already started seeing another woman, and Noah seemed to really like that woman. She knew she had lost them completely, but all of this was caused by her own actions. If time could be turned back, she would never choose to hurt the person who loved her most. Unfortunately, there is no cure for regret in this world. 3 months later, Ethan and Sophia's relationship grew ever closer. Sophia came to their home almost every weekend, cooked for the two of them, and played games with Noah. Noah was always thrilled when Sophia arrived. Sometimes he would even ask her to stay the night. "Aunt Sophia, please don't go today, okay?" That evening, Noah held Sophia's hand and acted spoiled. "I want you to tell me a story." "Noah, be good. Annie has to work tomorrow," Sophia said gently. "When Annie has time, I'll definitely spend more time with you." "When can Annie stay with me every day?" Noah asked, blinking his big eyes. Sophia looked at Ethan, her cheeks slightly flushed. Over the past 3 months, Ethan had treated her very well, but he had never made a clear declaration. She didn't know when their relationship might progress further. Ethan saw what was on Sophia's mind. He came over and crouched down in front of Noah. "Noah, do you want Annie Sophia to live in our house forever?" "Yes." Noah nodded without hesitation. "I want Annie Sophia to be my mother." "Then what do you think Dad should do?" Noah thought for a moment. Like the prince in a fairy tale, give Aunt Sophia a ring, then propose. Hearing this, Sophia's face turned even redder. Ethan smiled, reached into his pocket, and took out a small box. "Is this what you mean?" Sophia looked at the box in surprise, her heart racing. Ethan opened the box to reveal a simple yet delicate diamond ring. "Sophia." Ethan looked at her seriously. "These past 3 months we've gotten along very well. I've seen how kind you are to Noah and all you've done for this family. I think we can consider getting married." Sophia was so moved she burst into tears. "Ethan, I know I'm divorced and have a child, so I might not be the best choice. But I promise, if you're willing to marry me, I'll spend my life taking care of you," Ethan said sincerely. "I will," Sophia replied without hesitation. "I'm willing to marry you, and willing to be Noah's mother." "Yay!" Noah jumped up with joy. "I finally have a new mom." Ethan put the ring on Sophia's finger, then held her tightly. At this moment, he truly felt as if he had come back to life. The wedding was set for the spring 3 months from now. Ethan didn't make it grand. He only invited both families and close friends. The day before the wedding, Ethan received an unexpected phone call. "Ethan, is tomorrow the day of your wedding?" On the other end of the line was Olivia's voice. Ethan frowned. "How'd you find out?" "Emma told me." Olivia's voice was a little choked. "Ethan, can I come to your wedding? I want to give you my blessings, and I want to see Noah one last time." "No need," Ethan declined curtly. "Olivia, we have nothing to do with each other anymore. You showing up at my wedding wouldn't be good for anyone." "I know. Olivia broke down crying. "I just want to see whether Noah is doing okay." "Noah is fine. You don't need to worry," Ethan said. "Olivia, I hope you can find your own happiness too." After saying that, Ethan hung up the phone. He knew it was cruel to do this, but some wounds couldn't be healed. Olivia had chosen her path, and now she had to bear the consequences. On the day of the wedding, the weather was exceptionally clear. Noah, wearing a little suit, ran around the venue, extremely excited. "Daddy, when will the new mommy come?" Noah asked. "Soon. Go check at the door," Ethan said. At that moment, the wedding march began to play, and Sophia, wearing a white wedding dress, slowly walked toward Ethan. She looked especially beautiful today, her eyes full of tears of happiness. "The beautiful bride, do you take this man to be your husband?" to have and to hold from this day forward for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish as long as you both shall live, the officiant asked. Edo, Sophia said firmly. Handsome groom, do you take this woman to be your wife, to have and to hold from this day forward for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish as long as you both shall live? Edo. Ethan looked at Sophia with deep affection. Now, you may exchange rings. Ethan and Sophia put rings on each other, then embraced tightly. Now, I pronounce you officially husband and wife. The groom may kiss the bride. Amid applause, Ethan kissed Sophia deeply. New mommy. Noah ran onto the stage and hugged Sophia's leg. I love you. I love you too, Noah. Sophia picked Noah up and kissed his face. From today on, I am your mother. Watching the happy little family on stage, the guests in the audience all showed relieved smiles. Outside the wedding venue across the street, Olivia, wearing a mask and sunglasses, watched it all from afar. She saw the happy smile on Ethan's face and heard Noah joyfully call Sophia Mom, and her heart was like a knife twisting. That place, it should have been hers. The person Noah called Mom, it should have been her. But she had destroyed it all with her own hands. Wish you happiness, Olivia said softly, tears sliding down her cheeks. Then she turned and walked away, disappearing into the crowd. Some people, once missed, are missed for a lifetime. Some regrets arrive too late and no longer mean anything. At the wedding venue, Ethan and his family of 3 were enjoying their happy time together. A new life had officially begun. Married life was peaceful and happy. Sophia officially moved into Ethan's home. She redecorated the house and added many warm touches. Every day after work, Ethan could see his wife and son busy in the kitchen. That feeling of home was something he hadn't experienced in a long time. Daddy, Noah ran over and hugged Ethan's leg. Mom taught me how to make American cookies today. Is that so? Our Noah is amazing. Ethan picked up his son. Are the cookies tasty? They are. I saved one for Daddy. Noah took a slightly misshapen small cookie out of his pocket. Ethan took the cookie and bit into it. Although the shape wasn't very pretty, the taste was indeed good. Very sweet. I'll be your back. Sophia came out of the kitchen holding a spatula. Was work busy today? Not really. Ethan walked over and kissed her on the cheek. What's for dinner? American-style roasted pork belly and Noah's favorite. American honey-glazed ribs. Sophia said with a smile. 10 more minutes and it'll be ready. I'll go wash my hands, Ethan said. In the bathroom, Ethan looked at himself in the mirror, his heart full of gratitude. This kind of life was something he wouldn't have dared to imagine in his previous life. At dinner, Noah suddenly said, Mom, a kid in my class said that only a real mom would attend the Western-style parent meeting. We have a Western-style parent meeting next Friday. Can you come? Sophia was momentarily stunned, then nodded firmly. Of course I can. Mom will definitely attend. Yay! Noah clapped happily. I can finally have my mom attend the Western-style parent meeting like the other kids. Watching his son so happy, Ethan felt a pang of bitterness. Such a simple wish. Noah had to wait until now for it to come true. At the Friday Western-style parent-teacher meeting, Sophia listened attentively to the teacher's explanations and took detailed notes on the points to remember. She behaved like a real mother. Noah's mom, hello. Homeroom teacher Emily Brown walked over. Noah has made a lot of progress recently and has been more active in class than before. Thank you, teacher, Sophia said modestly. Noah is very well behaved at home, and we will continue to encourage him. By the way, the school is holding a Western-style parent-child sports day next month. I hope you can participate with Noah, teacher Emily said. Okay, I'll definitely participate, Sophia agreed without hesitation. Back home, Sophia told Ethan and Noah about the Western-style parent meeting. Mom, did the teacher praise me? Noah asked expectantly. Of course. Teacher said Noah is a smart, good child and studies very seriously. Sophia hugged Noah. Mom is proud of you. I'm proud of Mom too. Noah kissed Sophia on the cheek. All the kids in class say my mom is the prettiest. Watching the mother and son being so close, Ethan felt his heart fill with happiness. Just then, the doorbell rang. Ethan went to open the door and found it was the delivery man. "Mr. Ethan, your delivery." Ethan took the package, glanced at the sender, and his mood instantly sank. The sender was Olivia. "Whose delivery is it?" Sophia asked curiously. "A friend sent it." Ethan said vaguely, "I'll go to the study and see what it is." In the study, Ethan opened the package. Inside was a photo album and a letter. The album was filled with photos of Noah as a child, from birth to 3 years old, capturing every moment of his growth. Ethan flipped through the pictures, his mood complicated. He remembered how happy Olivia was when she first gave birth to Noah, how much she loved the child. But later, Ethan opened the envelope. Inside was a handwritten letter from Olivia. "Ethan, these are photos of Noah when he was little. I thought you might need them. I was truly happy to see the news of your wedding in the paper. Noah has a mother who truly loves him, and that is more important than anything. I know I have no right to appear in your lives again, but I want to ask you to tell Noah that his birth mother will always love him. Although I have done many wrong things, my love for Noah has never changed. I hope the three of you will be happy together. Olivia." After reading the letter, Ethan let out a long sigh. He could feel the pain and regret between Olivia's lines, but some wounds truly could not be undone. "Honey," Sophia's voice came from outside the door. "What are you doing in there?" Ethan hurriedly put the letter and photo album away. "I'll be out right away. Dad, we're going to watch cartoons." Noah shouted from outside as well. "Here they are." Ethan replied, then locked the letter and the photo album in the drawer. Some things from the past are better left unspoken. Leaving the study, Ethan saw Sophia and Noah already waiting on the sofa. "Dad, come on. The cartoon's about to start." Noah patted the sofa, signaling Ethan to join them. Ethan walked over and sat between them. Sophia naturally leaned on his shoulder, and Noah sat on his lap. The scene was very warm, but Ethan felt an indescribable heaviness in his heart. Maybe it was Olivia's letter that reminded him of some memories he didn't want to face. "Honey, what's wrong with you? You seem preoccupied," Sophia asked with concern. "It's nothing. Maybe I was just a bit tired from work today." Ethan forced a smile. "Then rest early," Sophia said affectionately. "I'll make you a cup of honey tea." Watching his wife bustling about for him, a wave of guilt surged in Ethan's heart. Sophia treated him so well, yet he was still thinking about Olivia. This was unfair. From today on, he would completely forget the past and devote himself wholeheartedly to managing his current family. After all, the happiness before him was what mattered most. Time passed quickly. In the blink of an eye, Ethan and Sophia had been married for a year. Over that year, their feelings grew ever deeper, and Noah had fully accepted Sophia as his mother. On Noah's 9th birthday, Sophia carefully prepared a Western-style birthday party and invited his classmates and friends. "Mom, this is the happiest birthday I've ever had." Noah hugged Sophia, his eyes full of gratitude. "Thank you, Mom. As long as Noah is happy, Mom is happy." Sophia stroked Noah's head. "From now on, every year on your birthday, Mom will celebrate for you." "Really?" "Of course. A promise from Mom is never broken." Ethan watched this warm scene from the side, his heart full of emotion. Sophia truly was a good wife and a good mother. That night, after the guests had left, the three of them sat in the living room chatting. "Noah, what did you wish for?" Sophia asked curiously. "I wish that the three of us will always be together, always happy." Noah said seriously, "I also hope Mom will give me a little brother or sister." Hearing this, Sophia blushed and stole a glance at Ethan. "Noah, these things have to be taken slowly," Ethan said awkwardly. "Why slowly? I'm already 9. I can help take care of the baby," Noah said innocently. "That depends on whether Mommy wants one." Ethan looked at Sophia. Sophia lowered her head and murmured, "If you want one, I want one too." Hearing that, Ethan felt a warmth in his chest. He walked over and took Sophia's hand. Sophia, thank you for everything you've done for this family. This is what I should do. Sophia lifted her head, her eyes full of deep affection. I love this family, I love you, and I love Noah. Just at this warm moment, Ethan's phone suddenly rang. It was an unknown number. Hello, is this Noah's father? I'm Nurse Chloe Adams from Jing City People's Hospital. There's a woman named Olivia in serious condition. She said she wants to see you and the child. Ethan felt a jolt in his heart. What? What's wrong with her? The patient has acute leukemia. Her condition isn't looking good. She's been repeatedly asking to see her son. Ethan glanced at Sophia and Noah beside him, his feelings complicated. I understand. Thank you. Ethan hung up. Husband, what's the matter? Sophia asked with concern. Ethan hesitated for a moment, then decided to tell the truth. Noah's biological mother is ill in the hospital. Sophia was stunned for a moment, then nodded. Then you should go see her. Mom is sick. Noah had also heard. Is it a serious illness? Ethan didn't know how to answer. In Noah's understanding, Sophia was his mother. He barely remembered Olivia. Noah, would you like to go see her? Ethan asked tentatively. Noah thought for a moment. If she's really in bad shape, I can go see her. But I only have one mom, and that's Mom Sophia. Hearing this, tears welled in Sophia's eyes as she hugged Noah tightly. Sophia, you and Noah wait at home for me. I'm going to the hospital to see what's happening, Ethan said. I'll go with you, Sophia said firmly. Since Noah is willing to see her, we'll go together. As Noah's mother, it's my duty to be with him. Ethan looked at Sophia with moved eyes. This woman's kindness once again made him feel grateful. Then we'll go together. In the hospital, Ethan and his family of 3 arrived at the ward door. Through the glass window, they saw Olivia lying in the hospital bed. She was emaciated beyond recognition, her hair almost completely gone, and she looked exceptionally weak. Is she Noah's biological mother? Sophia asked softly. Yes. Ethan nodded, his heart filled with a tangle of emotions. She looks in so much pain. Sophia said, let's go in. Pushing open the hospital room door, Olivia heard the voice and turned her head with difficulty. When she saw Noah, her eyes instantly filled with tears. Noah! She reached out a trembling hand. You've grown so tall. Noah hid behind Sophia a little fearfully, but still said politely, hello, Aunt Olivia. I heard you were ill, so I came to see you. Aunt. Olivia smiled wryly. Right, I really can only be considered an aunt. Her gaze turned to Sophia. You must be Noah's mother? Very beautiful. You seem very gentle. Knowing Noah has a mother like you puts my mind at ease. Sophia took Olivia's hand. Don't worry about anything. Just focus on getting better. Noah is fine. You don't need to worry. Thank you. Olivia squeezed Sophia's hand. Please, take good care of Noah. He's a good child. Don't let him suffer any grievances. I will, Sophia said firmly. I will care for him like my own child. Olivia nodded in satisfaction, then looked at Ethan. Ethan, thank you for finding such a good mother for Noah. Get some rest and don't overthink it. Ethan cut her off. I know I don't have much time, Olivia said. I only want to ask you to promise me one thing. If Noah asks about me in the future, tell him that his biological mother loved him very, very much. She just made an unforgivable mistake. We will. Sophia answered on Ethan's behalf. I will tell him. At that moment, Noah suddenly walked to the bedside, took out a small flower, and placed it in Olivia's hand. Aunt Olivia, this is a flower I got for my birthday today. It's for you. I hope you get better soon. Looking at this little flower, Olivia could no longer hold back and burst into tears. Thank you, Noah. Annie received such a precious gift. She will surely get better. Although she knew that was impossible. But at least her son was a kind child. That is enough. 3 days later, Olivia quietly passed away in her sleep. Before she died, she held the little flower Noah had given her, a peaceful smile on her face. Ethan took care of her affairs. A simple funeral attended by only a few friends. At the cemetery, Noah stood by the tombstone holding a bouquet of flowers. Aunt Olivia, did you go to heaven? Noah asked innocently. If you went to heaven, you won't be in pain anymore, right? Sophia crouched down and held Noah. Yes, Aunt Olivia went to a place without pain. That's good. Noah nodded. Aunt Olivia must remember to eat and rest in heaven. Although I don't remember you. Dad said you once loved me very much. Thank you for giving birth to me, so I could have such wonderful dad and mom. Hearing these words, Ethan's eyes filled with tears. This 9-year-old child's heart was unexpectedly so kind and pure. Noah, let's go home, Sophia said softly. Noah nodded, then looked back at the gravestone one last time. Goodbye, Aunt Olivia. On the way home, Noah suddenly asked, Mom, will I have other aunts in the future? What do you mean? Sophia asked, puzzled. Like that aunt today, Noah said earnestly, who says she's related to me, but I don't know her. I only want the parents I have now. I don't want anyone else. A warmth filled Sophia's heart. There won't be any more, Noah. You only have the two of us as your mom and dad. That's great. Noah laughed happily. I love mom and dad the most. Ethan looked at the mother and child in the back seat through the rearview mirror, his heart full of gratitude. Sophia really was a wonderful woman. With her kindness and gentleness, she gave Noah a complete mother's love. And Noah had fully accepted this new mother, even becoming closer to her than to his biological mother. Maybe this was fate. Back home, Sophia went to the kitchen to prepare dinner, and Noah was doing his homework in the living room. Ethan went to the study and took out the photo album and letters Olivia had sent earlier from the drawer. He hesitated for a moment, then decided to burn those things. Let the past stay in the past. There's no need to keep those things and let them affect present happiness. On the balcony, Ethan set the letters and photos alight. In the glow of the flames, Olivia's image slowly faded. Honey, what are you burning? Sophia came out of the kitchen and saw the light on the balcony. Some things we don't need, Ethan said. Sophia, thank you for going to the cemetery with us today. No need to thank me. It's what I should do. Sophia walked over to Ethan's side. Honey, was that person important to you? Ethan thought for a moment. He used to be, but not anymore. What's most important to me now is our home, you and Noah. Sophia hugged Ethan emotionally. Me too. You two are my everything. Sophia, let's have a child. Ethan said suddenly. Really? Sophia looked at him with delight. Yes, Noah was right. Our home is still missing a little baby, Ethan said gently. And I want to give you a complete family with a child of our own. I want that too, Sophia said shyly. I've always wanted our child. Then let's try. Ethan gave her a light kiss on the lips. Just then, Noah ran out from the living room. Mom, Dad, what are you whispering about? We're discussing giving Noah a little brother or little sister, Ethan said with a smile. Really? Noah jumped up with excitement. That's great. I'm gonna be a big brother. Watching their son so happy, Ethan and Sophia exchanged smiles. Maybe real happiness is just this simple. It doesn't need to be dramatic or sworn oaths to the heavens and mountains. It only needs a family together, caring for and supporting one another. 3 months later, Sophia was pregnant. When the doctor announced the news, Ethan was so moved he almost cried. Sophia, thank you. He hugged his wife tightly. Thank you for bringing new hope to our family. This is our child, Sophia said, moved. I love you, and I love this family. After Noah learned the news, he would speak to Sophia's belly every day. Little baby, I'm your brother. I will protect you. 10 months later, a healthy daughter was born. She had big eyes and looked a lot like Sophia. What's her name? The nurse asked. Ethan looked at the daughter in his arms and said gently, let's call her Chloe Johnson. I hope she will be happy all her life. Chloe, what a beautiful name. Sophia smiled weakly. Our little princess. Noah leaned over the bedside, looking at his sister carefully. She's so small, so cute. Noah, take good care of your little sister. Sophia said, I will. I'm the best brother in the world. Noah beat his chest and promised. Watching the scene before him, Ethan was filled with gratitude. He remembered himself many years ago, when he was still hurting over Olivia's indifference and angry about her favoritism toward Lucas. If he hadn't been reborn, he might never have known what true happiness was. Now he had a wife who truly loved him, a sensible son, and an adorable daughter. This was the life he wanted. 5 years later, Noah was already 14 and in the second year of the prestigious middle school in Jing City. He was tall, cheerful, and an excellent student. More importantly, he was full of gratitude and love for Sophia. "Mom, I'm home." Noah ran into the kitchen as soon as he set down his school bag. "Today's exam results are out. 100 in math. Noah is awesome." Sophia was preparing dinner and was happy to hear the news. "Tonight, Mom will make your favorite American-style roasted pork belly." 5-year-old Chloe ran out of her room and hugged her brother's leg. Brother, you're back." "Chloe." Noah picked up his sister and spun her around. "Brother brought you a lollipop." "Really?" Chloe's eyes lit up. "Brother is the best." Watching the siblings being so close filled Sophia with warmth. Over the years, Noah had been especially good to his sister, showing no resentment at all for not sharing the same mother. "Where's Dad?" Noah asked. "Dad will be home a bit later today. He has an important meeting at the company," Sophia said. "By the way, Noah, next Saturday is your sister's birthday. What do you want to give her?" Noah thought for a moment. "I want to give her a Western-style music box. She loves listening to music." "Big brother is so thoughtful," Sophia praised. At 7 that evening, Ethan returned home. He was now the company's vice president and very successful in his career, but he never let work make him neglect his family. "Dad!" Chloe was the first to run over and hug Ethan. "My little princess." Ethan picked up his daughter and kissed her. "Were you good at kindergarten today?" "Very good. The teacher even praised my drawing," Chloe said proudly. "Then Daddy wants to see Chloe's drawing tonight," Ethan said, then ruffled Noah's hair. "Noah, Mommy said you got a perfect score?" "Yep, 100 in math," Noah said happily. "My son is really excellent," Ethan praised. "This weekend Daddy will take you both to Beijing's Central Amusement Park." "Yay!" The siblings clapped happily. While eating, Noah suddenly said, "Mom, Dad, I want to ask you a question." "What question?" Ethan asked. "My classmates all say my sister and I don't look alike, and they even ask if my sister is my half-sister," Noah said seriously. "Although I know we are indeed half-siblings, I don't think that matters at all. Mom is mom, sister is sister. Blood ties don't determine how much we love each other." Hearing this, tears welled in Sophia's eyes. This child really was so sensible. "Noah is right," Ethan nodded. "Love isn't about blood. It's about being there and caring. What your mom has done for you over the years matters more than any blood relation." "That's exactly what I tell my classmates," Noah said proudly. "I say my mom is the best mom in the world, and my sister is the cutest sister in the world. Big brother is the best big brother in the world too," Chloe said in a babyish, sweet voice. Looking at this warm family of 4, Sophia felt full of happiness. Over the years, she had never treated Noah any differently because he wasn't her biological child. In her heart, Noah was her son, just as important as Chloe, and Noah repaid her love with his thoughtfulness and filial piety. Another 3 years passed. Noah was admitted to the best high school in Jing City, his grades consistently among the top. 8-year-old Chloe was also very smart. She played the piano very well and had learned to paint. On Chloe's 8th birthday, the whole family gathered to celebrate. "Chloe, make a wish," Sophia said. Chloe closed her eyes, made her wish earnestly, then blew out the candle. "What did you wish for?" Noah asked curiously. "I hope the 4 of us will always be together, never apart," Chloe said innocently. "I also hope Big Brother can get into the best university." "Chloe is so sweet," Ethan said, moved. "Big Brother will definitely work hard." "By the way, Dad," Noah suddenly said, "I want to discuss something with you and Mom." "What is it?" "I want to change my name," Noah said seriously. "I want to change it to Noah Taylor Johnson, adding one of the surnames from Mom's name." Hearing this, Sophia looked at Noah in shock. "Noah, Mom, I have kept in my heart all the kindness you've shown me over the years." Noah walked up to Sophia. "Although you are not my biological mother, you gave me more love than a birth mother." I want to use this way to let everyone know that you are my real mother. Sophia could no longer hold back and hugged Noah, crying, Noah, Mom is so moved. Mom, don't cry. Noah patted Sophia's back. This is a happy thing. Ethan was deeply moved as well. This child had truly grown up and learned to be grateful. All right, we'll take care of the paperwork tomorrow, Ethan said. From now on, your name will be Noah Taylor Johnson. Yay, brother has a new name. Chloe clapped happily. That night, Ethan and Sophia talked for a long time. Honey, I really didn't expect Noah to suggest changing his name, Sophia said, touched. All these years, I just tried to be the best mother I could be. I didn't expect him to care so much. Sophia, you truly are a good mother, Ethan said sincerely. Not just to Noah, but to Chloe as well. I'm very glad I made the right choice back then. Don't you regret it? Sophia asked. After all, Noah's biological mother. No, Ethan said firmly. Olivia is already in the past. My present and future are with you both. Sophia, thank you for all your hard work over the years. I'm not tired. I'm very happy. Sophia leaned against Ethan. Being with you is my greatest happiness. Time passed, and in the blink of an eye another 5 years had gone by. Noah Taylor Johnson was now 22, having just graduated from a prestigious university in the capital and currently working at a well-known company. 13-year-old Chloe had grown into a graceful young lady, excelling academically and with piano skills at a professional level. This day was Ethan and Sophia's 15th wedding anniversary. Mom, Dad, today is your wedding anniversary. My sister and I have prepared a surprise. Noah said mysteriously. What surprise? Sophia asked curiously. Sit down and close your eyes first, Chloe said. Ethan and Sophia obediently sat on the sofa and closed their eyes. Soon, the room filled with the sound of a beautiful piano. Chloe was playing The Moon Represents My Heart. When she finished, Noah cleared his throat and began to recite. Dear Mom and Dad, 15 years ago today, you became husband and wife. For me, that was also the most important day of my life, because from that day on, I had the best mother in the world. Mom, thank you for the meticulous care you've given me over these 15 years. You taught me what responsibility is, what commitment is, what love is. With your kindness and gentleness, you gave me complete maternal love. Dad, thank you for giving me a complete family. Your strength and wisdom are examples for me to learn from. Sister, thank you for letting me experience the responsibility and joy of being an older brother. The four of us, though not all related by blood, have bonds deeper than blood. I love this family. I love each one of you. After speaking, Noah took out a painting from behind. It showed the four of them holding hands on a beach, each face beaming with happy smiles. This is something my sister and I drew. It represents our wish to always be together, Noah said. Sophia looked at the drawing, tears streaming down uncontrollably. Noah, Chloe, thank you. Mom, don't cry. These are happy tears, right? Chloe said mischievously. Yes, these are happy tears. Sophia smiled as she wiped her eyes. Mom is so happy. Ethan was deeply moved as well. He recalled the unease he felt when he first married Sophia 15 years ago and the uncertainty he had about the future. In hindsight, those worries were all unnecessary. Sophia was not only a good wife, but also a good mother. With her love, she made this blended family warmer than any intact one. And the children, with their maturity and filial piety, proved that love is more important than blood. Kids, Mom and Dad have something to say too. Ethan stood up. Noah, watching you grow into an adult over these years has made Dad very proud. You haven't just learned knowledge. More importantly, you've learned gratitude and love. Chloe, you are Mommy and Daddy's little angel. Your happiness is our greatest joy. Sophia, Ethan turned to his wife. Thank you for what you've done for this family over the past 15 years. You've shown me what true love is and what a true family is. I have to thank you all too, Sophia said emotionally. You're the ones who made my life complete. Noah, you're Mommy's proudest son. Chloe, you're Mommy's most adorable daughter. Husband, you're the person Mommy loves most. The four of them hugged each other tightly, their eyes full of happy tears. Another 10 years passed. 32-year-old Noah Taylor Johnson had already started a family and a career. He married a gentle, kind wife and had an adorable son. He often took his wife and child home to visit his parents. 23-year-old Chloe became a piano teacher after graduating from university. She was outgoing and well-liked by her students. She was still single and said she wanted to find a man as responsible as her father. 55-year-old Ethan was already the company's president, successful in his career. But what he was most proud of was not his professional achievements, but that he had a happy family. 51-year-old Sophia was still beautiful and gentle. She quit her job to devote herself to taking care of the family. Her greatest pleasure now was taking her grandson and teaching him to play the piano. That day, the whole family gathered together for a meal. Grandpa, Grandma, Noah's son little Ethan said in a babyish voice, "The teacher said we have to write an essay titled My Family. I'm going to write that I have the best grandparents in the world." "Why do you say Grandma and Grandpa are the best?" Sophia asked with a smile. "Because you two love each other very much, and Grandpa said Grandma is not Dad's biological mother, but Grandma treats Dad especially well. Teacher said this is called boundless love," little Ethan said earnestly. Hearing this, everyone laughed. "Little Ethan is really clever." Ethan praised. "Grandpa and Grandma truly love each other, and they will continue to love each other forever. Then I'll also find a wife as good as Grandma in the future," little Ethan said. "All right, Grandpa supports you," Ethan said with a smile. Watching the table full of laughter and joy, Ethan felt deeply moved. If there had been no rebirth, if he hadn't resolutely left Olivia back then, what would he be like now? Maybe still struggling in pain, maybe long since ruined and destroyed. But now, he had the happiest family in the world. Sophia gave him true love, gave Noah a complete mother's love, and also gave them an adorable daughter. Noah grew up to be a responsible, grateful good man. Chloe is lively and adorable, the family's little bundle of joy. This is the life he wanted. No grand fanfare, no earth-shattering events, only simple, ordinary happiness. But this kind of happiness is more precious than anything. Reborn into a new life, Ethan finally understood that true happiness does not lie in how much wealth one has or how high one's status is, but in having a loved one, a warm home, and a group of lovable children. The choice that once caused him unbearable pain now seems so wise. Sometimes, letting go is so you can possess better. Sometimes, endings are so you can have better beginnings. He thanks the heavens for granting him a second chance at life, allowing him to correct his mistakes and choose anew. Now he has no more regrets. This is the life he wanted.